eve of opening day. How was this last practice before the season officially starts?
It's pretty light, just it's covering a lot of stuff about Denver. Shooting, that was that was pretty much it.
Was there a lot less to go over with Denver because they're pretty much the same team that you faced last year? And is it more about bringing the new guys up to speed with who they are?
We played them 7 times in the playoffs, 4 times in the regular season, twice in the preseason. So I don't think it's anything else for us to learn. We played against them that many times in such a short amount of time. So all that's left to do is play. I think all the preparation and all the other stuff, we've done it. So now it's time to play for real.
Are you sick of those guys at this point? Do you like playing them? They must give you a good challenge, but I think it's like last 17 games you've played them 10 times now. So are you sick of playing them or what?
It's an NBA game, so I think and it's a new season, so I think that plays a part. It's been so much time, it was a whole summer since the last time, so it is what it is. It's just one game, first game of the season, so let's do it.
Dame, a lot of the guys that you used last year to guard Millsap are gone. How do you feel like you guys are equipped to handle him?
I think, with Zach and Whiteside on the floor, that's as good a rim protection as we've ever had since I've been here. So I think it's going to be a team job. We're going to have to help each other out with digs and stunts and support. But I think ultimately at the rim, we have pretty good protection down there. So we're going to have to lean on each other and just be ready for that challenge. I think that's what it comes down to.
But he's kind of a unique defend, right?
He is. We were put in some unique situations. Even in the preseason, we had against Utah, Zach chasing guys off pin downs and stuff like that. And it was different for him, but, he embraced it and, he did a pretty good job. So I think this is no different. Zach will probably be matched up against him. We'll have Rio matched up against him sometimes, I'm sure. But, in the preseason, they were as well. And, he's going to do what he does. He's a really good player. And like I said, it's going to be a challenge that's going to be for the team. How well we can help each other and how much pride guys are going to take in that matchup.
Coach has repeatedly said that Scal has had a good camp. Are you kind of thinking that he's ready to play?
I know he's ready to play.
Yeah.
If we had to pick an MVP from camp, it's him.
Really?
100%, in my mind. And I'm not just saying that because we mentioned him. I think that's how good he was in camp on both ends. And I think we've always known Scal is a really talented player. But you can tell he came into this camp, with a real purpose and trying to prove himself on the offensive glass, defensively, protecting the rim, scoring. You guys saw it in the preseason, even whether it was the end of the game or beginning of the game, he was scoring, at a really efficient rate within the team and just doing a lot of good things. And I think he did it all throughout camp.
Can you talk about why he came into a camp with such purpose or anything that happened in the offseason?
I think it's self-explanatory, where he is in his career, not being in any rotation consistently, a little bit in Sacramento. I think his contract is coming up, in a young career. So, he has a lot to play for, and I think it's definitely showing.
How has Hassan looked the last couple of days? You seem to be moving pretty well and everything with the
Yeah, moving pretty well, getting more comfortable with the sets that we running and a lot of the stuff that we do, in our schemes defensively as well. And it's going to take time, to just get comfortable and for things to be second nature. But he's moved around a lot better in the last few days.
They have already Denver has kind of referenced the Game 7 loss in their team meeting and stuff. Do you have a sense that you guys are the hunted as you enter this game and maybe even the season?
I don't know.
No.
And I don't care. It's the first game of the season, so this game is not going to change who won Game 7. And it's not going to do nothing for them, and it's not going to do nothing for us, as far as last year goes. That season is over with, and we coming in here to win the first game of the season on our home floor. I think it's that simple.
By that same token, does it matter about the home opener win streak, 18?
Of course we want to continue it. We've had a great history of that, so hopefully it continues.
Then going back to that Game 7, what can you remember about the final possession when CJ made that shot? What was that timeout like, and what do you remember from that?
It's kind of a blur. But I do remember CJ was having a huge game, and I think we had a 1-point lead maybe. And we were trying to figure out what we was gonna run, and I know coach was trying to think of something, and CJ was like, just open up the court. And I was like, open up the court. And that's what we did, and you know, he finished it off. He made a good move like he had been doing the entire game, got to his spot, and you know, made a huge shot, and that was game.
How nice is it to get out there and play for real after kind of the prep and the summer and all that kind of stuff? It's
great.
Count.
I mean, the preseason, at this point in my career, it's just like you still kind of getting in your rhythm, and you still you want to have at least one game where you just, you know, you're in regular season form, and you know, knowing that it's not going to hurt you or do anything for you whether you win or lose. I think that makes it tough for anybody that's not a first, second year player who hasn't really been out there a lot. I think that makes it hard, but you know, it's great to finally be able to be playing for something.
Do you feel like you had that game in the preseason where you were in regular season form and kind of hit that
Yeah,
stretch?
I feel like in Utah I felt pretty good in the altitude. I felt in solid rhythm. My body felt good just moving around on both ends of the floor, so I think I did.
Dame, they've always said that stars are made on the big stage. You got to perform on the big stage, and CJ definitely did that in Game 7 last year. What do you think that did for him and for just kind of his, I don't know if brand is the right word, but like his reputation?
I think it did a lot. I mean, I think everybody already recognized him as, you know, a really, really high level player in this league, but he just hadn't had that moment yet. In the playoffs, at least, he hadn't just had that moment to remember, and I think he had that moment to remember. You know, in the Game 7 on the road, we were down. You know, it was an ugly game, kind of. Then we fought back, and then, you know, it was the CJ show, and I just think that was just such a huge moment for him that kind of elevated him as far as the way people might see him.